You've heard these kids testify many, many, many times, Representative Riley. What impression does that make on you when you hear students say, we need a mask mandate?
It's Renee, it's interesting because I have done some substitute teaching. And one day, one of the teachers that I did it for said, would you talk, it was a social studies class, would you talk to our students about being a state representative? Well, we talked about that for a while. And then I asked them, I said, how's the last year gone for you guys? How's school for you right now? And one thing that they mentioned a great deal was that how they felt like the teachers and administrators were doing the best they could. And they were working extremely hard to make sure that they were in a situation where they were safe as possible and trying to get the best education possible. But the students did indicate that it has been very stressful for them. Mm-hmm. So when you hear students like the students with student voices, it's important for us to listen to students.
Right.
It's important for us to get a perspective on what they're dealing with.
And Stephanie Winkler would ask if she were sitting here, are you listening to educators who are begging for grace and who need more from the General Assembly than perhaps they believe they're receiving?
Well, you know, of course, a lot of my friends are educators, you know, from being in that profession. And obviously, I know the difficulties they're dealing with. I have a daughter-in-law that's a teacher right now. I have others and have constant dialogue with them. The neighborhood I live in, almost the 3 houses close to me have all teachers in them. So obviously I have those conversations with them quite often, and the stresses on them have been enormous. Mm-hmm. And I truly believe that the majority of our teachers and staff and administrators are trying to do the best they can in a very difficult situation. I told a group of teachers I talked to recently that with COVID, we're all in the same storm, all of us, but we're not all in the same boat. Mm-hmm. And I had a teacher tell me that she felt like she was in a boat where she's paddling upstream. So I understand completely the difficulties that they're dealing with on a daily basis. On my way up here, I got like 4 phone calls to be a substitute teacher because they're having trouble getting enough people to do those type of things. So, you know, because oftentimes teachers are quarantined because of the quarantine rules. So I am very aware of a lot of the difficulties they deal with. I'm not living that on a day-to-day basis because I'm no longer in the building every day, but I do have an understanding of what they're dealing with.